I use a very simple materials, cardboard, because I think that material it's very organic for one sense, and another way it's a very material that everybody knows, and it's a material that it's very ephemeral, and it's so ephemeral like us. In some points, that material is like a mirror of our skin. You can feel, you can smell, you can touch, like the skin that we have. My background is painting. I studied painting in university, but I have a problem with the painting because the bidimensionality about the support of the painting brings to me a very strong frustration. And that frustration comes because I have always that necessity to think and to work the space. It was not only to be in the surface of the painting, but it's more to break that surface and be inside, to work with the space. Some artists like Lucio Fontana, some artists like Guadamata Clark, some artists like Howard Smith, and also this idea that some people that work with the space for me is very important, and I really think the way how I think, the way how I work in these kind of sculptures, it's really a kind of a painting process. We have in Rosalind Krauss, for example, who talks about this spanning field about sculpture. But I really like also to have that relation about painting, the spanning concept about painting. And the painting, when we talk about painting, we can talk in a very traditional way. I think it's something that always we have that. We think about painting when we talk about canvas or whatever. But when we have another material, for example, cardboard, and we start to make a painting of that, we don't make questions about what kind of representation we have in that supports. We make questions about why cardboard? Because it's something, the support is really something that many times we don't make questions when we paint in a very normal canvas. And for me, it's very important that to work with the space in with a kind of different materials. This material that I use is very simple, and I really love this material because with this material I can talk really about memory, about time, about story, because that material gives that sensation about time, that fragility. For me, this piece is a piece that calls or have that sensation about invite for the meditation. It's one labyrinth, but not as a labyrinth for to be lost, but it's a labyrinth where we have rules that we can walk and try to find the center. The center is the space where you found the monster. And the monster is our questions. Who I am, where we go, all that questions and all that things that we have inside that we don't know. It's like the monster that everybody has. And I really like the idea that the people can come to these labyrinths. Is the piece that invite the people goes inside, and you can walk in this meditation and make questions about you. Not is the space for to be lost. It's like a rules who goes in direction to the center, and the center is the place where you have that confrontation about yourself at some point. One thing that I think it's also so important in these works, and this work is that the works that invite the public to be inside. And I really think it's important to be inside because when we are inside of these pieces, we activate the pieces and something starts to happen. But that situation only starts when we touch, when we walk, when we are inside. I really love the sensation that inside of this kind of pieces, we have a very subjective and personal experience. That mirror is really kind of space that goes in a very personal way, and the sensation that everyone can have could be different, because can wake up in you a different perception, because everyone have a different feelings. And I really think it's nice that sense that that subjectivity can wake up inside of each person in some points. And for me, I really think it's important that sense that this piece was not a piece for contemplation, but is more one piece that activates our sense, and we feel alive.